Last week, we had a conversation about a $1 million challenge. That is to build a portfolio over the next 3 years that will turn into $1 million. And I showed to you the chart I built off of Apple, Microsoft, Amazon, and Google, that if you had bought them in 2004 and put them in a Roth IRA and added $1,500 to each one of them over the following 20 years, today you'd have $4.1 million. Well, I don't have 20 years to build a $4 million portfolio, so I decided what I would do is take the numbers from it and create a challenge that says starting in April of 2025 through April of 2028, if I were able to get that same 31% average rate of return, what would it turn into? And what it would turn into is $1 million. $1 million. Now, I have to start with 40,000. And I've got to add to my Roth IRA $7,000 a year for 10 years. So in 2034, at the end of 2034, if I do that, $40,000 plus $7,000 a year, and I achieve a rate of 31%, which equates over 3 years to a return of 125% overall, I'll have my $1 million. So I said, okay, how am I going to do that? How am I going to find a group of stocks that will give me something in excess of 125% return over the next 10 years? And I've been able to do that, identify them, through the use of my AI agent. My AI agent is Samantha and her assistant Bard. This is them. What they do is use AI. I give them a direction as to what stocks I want them to look at, and then I give them enough data so that they can give me a full report, such as this is one. It's 15 pages long, and it goes into the financial health, and this happens to be of Confluent, ticker symbol CFLT. And it meets the criteria. It's going to have over 125% average or total return over the next 3 years. Now, how do I find Confluent? Basically, I look for stocks that are increasing their revenues over the past 3 years at a rate of 20% or greater, that are increasing their gross margins and increasing their net margins accordingly, as in Confluent's case, as they reach scale and then come forward and then have a dominant place in the market. Confluent, it has some heavy competition. They compete, they're in the data warehousing realm. And so I look at them and I ask then Samantha, based on the financials, and that's all I'm really interested in. Well, I also look at the cash flow. We analyze a stock for three things: their financials, their cash flow, and then their technical analysis. And Confluent comes out to meet the criteria, and it is currently one of 17 stocks that I have found that are going to, no, I take that back, 13 stocks I have found that are going to exceed 125% total rate of return from April the 1st of 2025 through April the 1st of 2028. 13 of them. They're listed, I'll show you here on my tell sheet. And so my subscribers can come see those stocks. Then what I've done is I give them a copy of the analysis that Samantha and Bart gave me. Then I give them a verbal podcast of it, and then a 3-page briefing. So they can build, like me, a library of, right now I have, I think, 17 reports that I have done on stocks from Tesla to Broadcom, Apple, Credo, Oracle, Iris Energy. We've got here Skywater, Micron, Snowflake, and others. So that's what I'm doing, because here's the chart. What will happen with the $40,000? Add to it. I want you to have a Roth IRA. You just got to have $7,000 worth of income, and add that 7 to your 40, and then build it off of the stocks that I help you find that will give you an average rate of return over the next 3 years of 31%. Now, the beauty of what Samantha and Bard do is every time any of these companies come out with a new quarterly report, we update their report and their financial health. The financial health basically goes into their profitability trends, their growth of their income, their liquidity and solvency. It's important that we have companies who are going to be able to sustain any downturn, such as we are experiencing right now. Then we look at their efficiency and their cash flow, their competitive position in the market. And that's how I found Confluent. While I was doing the analysis of another company, in the dialogue, it says, and one of their primary competitors in the data warehousing is Confluent. I hadn't heard of them before. So I put Samantha and Bard on it. They gave me the report, and they gave me the indication that they're going to meet our criteria of greater than 125% return between April the 1st of 2023 to 2025. Then we look into their management stability and find out how long their CEO's been there. We like a CEO who has been there at least 5 years, that we know there's some stability. Then we look at their fundamental analysis, their technical analysis, and then their cash flow analysis to give us a breakdown of what the price is going to be 25, 26, 27, start of 28. And that's also listed on the tell sheet here. So I'd like you to take advantage of this. I'd like every one of you to say, okay, I can muster up 40,000. And if it isn't 40,000, if it's 20, well, then you're only going to end up with $500,000. Okay? But we can deal with that. Okay? So that's what I want to do. I want you to be convinced this will work. So I want to give you a 14-day free trial. After the 14 days, if you get in before April the 1st, from that point on, it'll be $19.95 a month. If you get in after April the 1st into the free trial, it's going to go to $29.95 because my AI agent doesn't come cheap. And my AI agent is going to get only more expensive because I want to go beyond the 60 stocks that I'm looking at now. I want to look at the whole realm of stocks that are available so I can set down the criteria that they have to meet, give that to Samantha and Bart, let them go out, search the internet, come back and say, Kerry, here are the 300 stocks that meet your criteria. Okay, now we've done an analysis of them. Here is what we project their earnings and to be over the next 3 years. And here is what we think the total return is. And if we can find more that will give us project it over 125, and some of them are up as high as 400. And so that will offset, hopefully, any that fall short of the 125 so that we are more likely to achieve our goal. That's my challenge. That's my goal for my portfolio. I have more than 40,000, but I want you to be a part of it if you think it's right for you. So, Best of Us Investors, Gold Platform, 1995 between now and April the 1st, and then after April the 1st, $29.95. Hope to see you at one of our Friday Stock Talks where we'll get to know each other better, and you can ask personal questions, or you can come to the Discord, come to my office, ask questions, and I'll get back to you. We're building a tribe. That's what it is, a community of like-minded investors to take advantage of this opportunity that we have to get to reap the benefits of the data through the use of an AI agent. We'll talk more about this in the future.